All right, in this video, we are going to test out and color in our coloring books with our new neon watercolor paints. Yes, these paints are absolutely amazing. Paul Rubens. So the first page that I did, I was like, find something that's, like a bold and easy. But this large print butterflies coloring book, I really got this to use, like to color things and then place them like in a journal. So what I did was, I just kind of look, I neatly cut a page out and I just used the watercolor and I colored it. But then I was like, okay, this look lame. Okay, nothing's blended, nothing's, anything. So I had initially just made this flower right here like orange. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just add some more colors to it. Okay. It had dried. I had used the hair dryer. I said, let me just add some more colors to it. And when I did that and let it dry, I was like, wow, that looks good. I just need to make sure that I don't, blend any colors that's going to give me a crazy brown or anything like that. So I decided to take another page out of this book and color it. And here is me actually painting and coloring that page now.
All right. So, I sped this up, but this is me. First of all, I love this little butterfly mandala. I guess it's a mandala of butterflies. But I'm basically adding the orange color down first, the neon orange. I definitely love the colors. They have like, the red, orange, and I like these neon colors. I like the way they mix them. I like the way, the colors that they come with in this particular set. So there I am with my handy dandy trusty large watercolor brush. I always pick the largest watercolor brush. I need to work on that. Y'all see how fast I'm coloring? Go me. Go me. All right. Yep. Y'all see me? I even broke out the hair dryer to try to do it right. So now I'm going to, I said, let me try a totally different color, like on these flowers. I'm not trying to go for it matching. I'm trying to see if I can like blend the colors and come up with something awesome. So I'm putting down, I think that's the pink, the neon pink. And I used a smaller brush. I did, that was a smaller one. All right. So if you can see the flowers are done in the middle. I love the way that blend looks. I added a little bit of neon purple to it. And now I'm actually working on the butterflies. And again, I'm using that smaller brush to just start at the inside of the butterfly and then not go all the way out to the end. And just to see, if the color blends the way it did on that initial page, because I really like the way that looked. So go me. This was so fun. Oh, this was so fun to do. I can't wait to try the other set of paints. Okay, so I did the blow dryer, and now I'm adding just a little bit more, a lighter color, because I was like, oh no, it's turning into brown, but it didn't. All right. Well, we are going to let it dry, and I can't wait for you to see the final results.
All right. So this is the completed page of me trying to imitate or like mix the paint together so that it's just not like me, painting like all of one color. I was like, come on now, I got to get some blending going on. I really love like the colors on this flower. That's the neon pink and the purple. I think that came out amazing. And I really love the butterflies too. Even though these are neon colors, I mean they really make um the colors look great when you mix them together. They really do. And they just pop off the page. So of course I was like, okay. So I did like a large print one. Now, okay, come on now, Crystal. you have to do, get one of your Johanna.
Oh my
Get
God.
one of your Johanna books out. So I went and got one of them out. Of course I did. I pulled out Magical World. So, okay, this is the good, bad, and the ugly. Let me take my time. All right, make sure it focuses. Okay, so this is the mistake page, but let me tell you what I learned from this page. Less is more. Less is more. Okay. I mean, I have too much paint on. I had too much paint on the brush. I was using a brush that was too large. I found out that less was more because if you look down here, these actually, I mean, they actually look good, but these ones, they look crazy. And then they look crazy too. And then the way I did the colors, I didn't like the way that I matched the colors too. So this is so funny. This is what I did because like with alcohol markers, all right, I got alcohol markers on the brain. So when you go over like with alcohol markers, like the first time, and then you let it dry, if you use that same color again, it can be a highlight. But not so with this paint. I tried to do that with the green, and it didn't work out well. But what I learned was that less was more. So I stopped right here because I was like, okay, ain't no need to, keep going. And then I started, let me put something down here so it has something to focus on. I started another page. I did. And I really liked it. I really liked it. Um, what? It's a big time mess over here. That's, I have my palette that has all the paint on it and it looks a hot mess. I have some stuff coming from Amazon because I want to put all of it in airtight, like in airtight containers. And then I have like the little paper pad that you can get from Five Below. It's like a paper palette. So I was using it to make sure that I did not have like a lot of color going on the page at one time. I love the way that I was able to shade. I basically put this color down, the purple, and then once it dried, I took a little bit of water and just pulled it out. Just pulled it out. I did. Let me show you. Let me see. Can I do this? Let me show you. Excuse me. I'm trying to figure out which one because I don't want to jack my page up. Hmm. Okay, okay. So basically, if I put this green right here, and that's really watery, I made it have it had like a lot of pigment in it, a lot. Another thing that I learned, if you're gonna be doing like something this detailed, so I have like grabby brushes, like your number one brush and your, I think it was like a double zero. Number one, three, and double zero are your friends. These brushes right here. So you see how like small they are? These brushes are amazing. They really are. But what I did was I waited for it to dry. And you see how it like stops right there? Once it dried, I just took a clean brush what it was damp just a little bit and then I just pulled the color down because if you can see right here, see how it's not coming to the very edge of the flower. I let it dry and I just pulled the color down. Then I took a little bit of pink and just kind of put it in the inside. So I mean I just really like that. I guess I could put some highlights on these flowers too, but I was able to do some highlighting with it. I was. So it's really a good thing if you like go like less is more, let it dry, get a hair dryer or whatever it is you have out, let it dry. And then you can add like some accents on top of it that are lighter, or you can pull the color down. Another thing that I learned too is that when you want to do shading, I mean, and this should have just come naturally, but especially with these, it's best to put down the lightest color first. I don't know, for some reason I was putting down colors. Um, they were too close together as far as lightness. And yeah, put down the lightest color first. Even though here I put down this is a darker color than that. Hmm. All depending on what you're trying to do. Okay. It all depends on what you're trying to do. But when I was trying to make, let me show you this. When I was trying to do this, if you're trying to go for this particular look, okay, this right here, put down the lightest color first. That's where you have to put down the lightest color first because I kept trying to achieve this and I was like, okay, this is not working. And I'm like, Chris, you need to put down the lightest color first. So that's where that applies. Okay. All right. So once I was able to successfully color, like a page in a Johanna, you know, Brasford book, I was like, okay, what other book can you color something in using these paints? Because you want to be able to use them in your coloring books. I did not treat any of these pages. I did not, because who has time for that? Even though I do have the products to do that, but sometimes I just want to sit down and color. So what you're going to see now is I got a Rita Berman book, and I pray to God that's her name. And I started coloring. So here we go.
All right. So I picked out the smallest watercolor brushes. I was using my grabby watercolor brushes, and I think I was using like a 01 and a 00. And I think I'm going to repeat this again in the end. And man, was I mixing it up. I mean, you could just call me Spinderella. I don't know if y'all remember Salt and Pepper. Remember they DJ Spinderella? I was mixing it up on my palette. I mean, I have fallen in love with that neon orange. And then I was, okay, was it golden? I think it was, no. It was pink, excuse me. I fallen in love with the pink. And then I would take the pink and then mix it with orange red and orange, and I would do it on the palette. So I would lay down the pink first and then put a little orange red on it, and it looks amazing. I mean, I know I have never, okay, created this color with my coloring pencil. So I really like this. I really like this. And then the page is smaller, so I almost colored the entire thing. So of course I didn't color the entire thing on camera. I did a little bit just so you could see all the different colors that I was going to use and how the fact that I was mixing them. You see how that don't, in the end, I don't even look anything like that color. But I laid down that lighter color first and then I put a darker color on top of it and it mixed so well. Things that I learned: smaller brush, less is more, lay down the lighter color first. And it's so funny because, like, when you have like an orange and a pink and a yellow, you're like, okay, which one's going to be the lighter color, especially when you're looking at these neon colors. So it's easy to tell what the lighter color is going to be if you have purple and yellow. But I'm going to get savvy in that. I am going to get savvy in that. But I did not treat this page either. Yeah, and it didn't bleed through. I didn't say that in the end, but I'm looking at the page right now and it did not bleed through. I am definitely enjoying learning this medium. I am. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of the coloring. And I'm going to come back in the end to show you the final page. Thank you for stopping by the Fox's Den. Make sure y'all post your watercolors. But yes, this came out. I was very happy. I was.
All right. Now it isn't complete, but I did a little more painting off camera, and I absolutely love the way this looks. It looks just so bright. One one thing that I like is how you could take this like neon pink. You could take the neon pink and like any of like they have like a neon pink and then they have like an orange red and an orange and just a red, and man, they look great together. They really do. They look great together. Do I want to do that with this flower? Let me see. But they really look great together. And again, just straight in my coloring book. This coloring book has It has really good paper. That large print coloring book, that has like Amazon-like paper. I ripped the page. Well, no, I did not. Initially colored in the book and I ripped the page out. But did y'all see how neatly I ripped it out? I tried to cut it out. I don't know what happened. But yes. So this is like the neon pink. And I haven't even opened up the other set yet because these are so fun. And I haven't added any like my little accents, to my flowers or anything like that yet. So that's like that hot pink, that hot pink. I got that hot pink. And then you just come over here like with a little, and this is so fun. This palette is looking a mess. I'm gonna show you guys. Look at that. It looks ugly, but it makes wonderful colors. Wonderful colors. It does. So I take the little red, orange, make sure the brush looks good. And when you put it on top of the pink, it just looks amazing. Look at it. The colors mix wonderfully. Yes. So Paul Rubin, make sure y'all know I will mess a name up. I don't mean to. Yes, Paul Rubens. Again, I did a Google search and in Chat GPT and I asked them, hey, what is the best watercolor paint for beginners? And this was one of the paints that came up. So I ordered it and I absolutely loved it. I mean, I'm just dealing with the 14, neon colors and I'm having lots of fun. And I'm only showing you a few coloring books that I colored in, but I colored in a lot of other ones. And I was like, are you going to make the video or what? Stop coloring. But these are super fun. We still have the pack of 36, is it 36? To open. Yes, these right here. I haven't done a swatch of these just yet, but they are apps. I can't wait to see the colors. We have browns. I want to get into using some of these browns and mixing them. So one of the things that I really want to do, but I got to figure out how to do it. I need to figure out how to do it. Is that you can make like a color chart of your paints, basically mixing every one of them together so what the colors make with the other paint. Like for instance, okay, I wasn't sure what this pink and red orange was going to do. But if I had a chart already for this paint set that had already like taken like the neon yellow and mixed it with every other, every color in the palette or that I had in the set, then I would already know. I thought that was really cool. I was like, man, I want to do that. So I'll have to sit down and take the time to do that. So I'm not, guessing, if it's gonna, come out to be a crazy looking color. But I just love this. All right. Well, this has been a really good and very fun watercolor Wednesday. As a beginner, good things to know. First of all, choose your brush wisely. Okay? Choose your brush wisely, okay? I'm always trying to color with these huge brushes. And then I'm going all outside the line. I'm like, go get the smaller brush, okay? Also, less is more. Less is more. A very thin layer of paint when you start out. Less is more. I look at this. Look at this green right here. I mean, that's really thin. Oh my God, because I don't mess it up. But yes, less is more. And then you can build upon it. Here's another. See, right here, I put too much. That's why it looks a little crazy right there. But see, this one right here, it's really, really light and less is more. So this butterfly looks amazing. This one right here, I let it dry. Now I'm gonna wet my brush and I'm just gonna pull the color out. Because I really just wanted to put purple on there. I wasn't gonna be doing the most. I might take my acrylic paint pens and then add a little bit more to it. But the paint moves so effortlessly. Yes, you can move it effortlessly. You can. I think I may make the rest of them purple. Look at my little bird. I wish I could have contrasted the colors more, but I mean, he looked great sending them pink, orange, yellow flowers. So yes. All right. So tell me what you think about these paints. Remember, this is the neon set. It was on sale, so I got that one first. But then I rounded it out with the set that just has like like I'll just say the regular colors, the non-neon colors. But I like these neons. They shouting it out. I really do. It has that tropical feel. Makes me want to get some grape Kool-Aid or something. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this watercolor window. We're going to have gouache coming up. And I also bought a coloring book that's going to be dedicated to acrylic paint only. I have so much acrylic paint, and it can be paint pens, but it's going to be paint as well. So we have a lot more fun to be had in the Fox's Den. Yes, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button too. It pushes the video out to more individuals who are trying to learn how to watercolor in their coloring books. You know what? I don't even feel like I really have to go back in with my pencils and add shading. Of course I can, but I'm happy with, some of these just the way they are. Just the way, that's a song. Just the, okay, Crystal focus. All right, this is Crystal the Foxy Colorless. Okay. This is Crystal the Foxy Colorist coming to you live from the Fox's Den for Watercolor Wednesday. Watercolor Wednesday. Don't forget to watch. Y'all see my summer coloring book collections? Those are my favorite books. They really are. Those are my favorite books. Make sure you watch that video. And my Crayola crowns or crayons, however you say it. Check that video out too. All right, like I always say, it's Watercolor Wednesday and keep it foxy. Peace. Bye, guys. Look at my zebra.